Hey guys, I'm Dave and welcome to the Trull Gallery. Today, we're going to use a line level outside in the daylight. And I might even explain to you why I'm standing in the dark. Okay, before we get into how I'm going to use a laser level outside in sunlight, let's get a few things out of the way. First is we're 3 days post Hurricane Milton and we have no power. And there are rumors flying around, but it could be 3 days or 6 days before we get power. We're just going to deal with what we have. The other thing I want to mention is my hand. I had some surgery about a month ago, and while it's making progress, I won't be able to use my right hand for much of anything. And yes, I'm right handed. With all that said, let's talk about what we really came here to do, and let's use my laser outside in direct sunlight. You remember, I did a video on this laser a year ago, maybe? And I've been using it a lot since then, and it's a great tool. The problem is lasers like this don't work well outside. The light is so bright that the line is difficult to see with the naked eye, and even with the target card, I don't think I could go more than maybe a foot or two past the laser in direct sunlight. Well, the guys at Dovoh reached out again and said that they have a laser detector, and they wanted me to check it out. Now, I don't do a lot of laser work outside, but once in a while I need to, and if this thing works the way I think it will, a great addition to my toolbox. Let's check it out. All good reviews start with the unboxing. The first thing we find is the user manual, and like before, it's in 7 languages. Next up is the receiver in a nylon carrying case. There's a pair of AA batteries. And the last item is the receiver mount or holder. The batteries are easily inserted into the back. Well, easy if you have 2 hands. A quick test with the power button shows we're ready to go. Looking at the front of the unit, there's the power button. To the left is the audio signal button, and to the right is the button to adjust the reception accuracy. There's a front display screen, and next to that is the laser beam reception area. There's a speaker, and above that is a small bubble level. On the back, above the battery compartment, is the rear display. Next to that are the grooves that accept the mount. The top has a couple of magnets if you're working with steel. And lastly, both sides have a center line to help mark your laser location. I showed this in the laser video, but this will demonstrate why the receiver is so important outside. Using the target card, the laser washes out at about 6 feet. When I turn the card around to its metallic side, I got better results, but it still washed out around 11 feet, and the card is in the shade. As soon as it was in direct sunlight, the line was gone. I swapped the target card for the receiver and tried again. I checked at 25 feet, 35 feet, and 41 feet when I ran into my fence. Each time I was able to locate the line, even if I couldn't see it. Taking a closer look, this is how I found my line. I moved the receiver down until I get a signal. The display shows that I need to move it down some more. If I go too far, it tells me to move it up. And when I get the location just right, I get a solid bar. While 40 feet may be enough for most of my uses, I thought I'd try one more test. I snapped the receiver onto the mount and clamped it to a tripod. Then I moved my laser and tried again. It took some fussing, but with an inexpensive tripod in one hand, I managed to locate my line from 91 feet away. pretty impressive. For the techies out there, let's look at the specs. This receiver will work with lasers with a frequency of 10 kHz in pulse mode. The working range is up to 400 feet. In the normal mode, it has an accuracy of plus or minus 1 millimeter, and in coarse mode, plus or minus 3 millimeters. And this receiver works with both red and green laser beams. We got lucky. We only had to wait another day or two before the power came back on, and we could get back to our usual routine. But enough about that. Line levels are great to use indoors, and with this receiver, it's just as easy to use outdoors. Just remember, it'll only detect one beam at a time, so don't try to use a horizontal and a vertical line at the same time. As of the date I'm recording this receiver is available for just under $90, which is a pretty good deal, especially if you want to use your line laser outdoor on a regular occasion. And it's certainly more convenient than waiting till the sun goes down to do your layout work. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. Do you use a line level? Would you like to use it outside? Would this be useful for you? Drop them in the comments below. As usual, I've added a link to the tools I used in this video, as well as a link to my Amazon affiliate store, which shows a lot of the stuff I use in the shop on a day-to-day basis. Should you happen to need one of those items, you buy it through that link. It does help keep this channel going. If you enjoyed this video, maybe give it a thumbs up and share with friends. If you haven't already, maybe it's time to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified each time I put out a new video. As usual, I don't have a clue what's coming up next or how I'm going to pull it off. But when I do, it's bound to be something interesting. So until then, have a great day. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye.